What's going on, guys? Today I have a little bit of a different video for you, and it's going to be my story from when I started entrepreneurship, a little bit before that, to where I am now. Now, this was kind of an Instagram story I made off a whim, and I made a highlight, and a lot of people really enjoyed it, and it's just something I haven't really shared before. So it will be interesting to see where I came from, how I got started, the failures and stuff I went through. So it's just my Instagram story that I posted about 2 days ago, and I want to share it with you. So this is kind of my story from when I started. So I'm just going to go through these with you guys and kind of tell the story as I go. So first, Tanner J. Fox, which most of you already know. So this is when I started entrepreneurship, or started learning things online to begin. So I was 19 years old. I had about $1,500 in my bank account. I was pretty depressed. I was just kind of bored with life. I didn't know what to do. I was going to community college, but I wasn't doing well. I passed like 2 of my 5 classes, and I think I got a D in 1. And I was delivering pizzas for a little bit. I tried a couple different part-time jobs. I was personal trainer for like a month, and then I didn't like that at all because it was all sales. And I was making usually $250 to $500 a month because I didn't work that much. And I would really just spend my time going to the gym, playing video games, and was kind of just bored with life. Now, I wanted to make money online. There was a certain point in community college, I was taking one summer class, and I was bored. I didn't have many friends to hang out with. I kind of always did my own thing. I had 1 or 2, but they were gone. So I got bored, and I just decided to start looking at ways to make money online. So I'd go to the gym, do my summer class online, and then I'd be done by like 2 in the afternoon, and I'd just be bored. So I would just go on my computer, start looking up different things online, and I decided, well, why don't I learn to make money? I don't know what I want to do with college. I'm going for business, but I don't know what business. I don't like 9 to 5s. I don't want to work for someone. So what should I do? So I didn't know where to start. So I literally just Googled how to make money online. And I really just started to go through all the different options because there's so many different things. And I kept seeing things like resell stuff on eBay or do this or do this. But my goal wasn't to make $500 here, $1,000 here. I wanted to create a business. I wanted to make myself a full-time income, a job, something I could be passionate about that I can work on every day, because I didn't have something I can wake up and want to work on every single day. Now, my dream, of course, was to buy a Lamborghini. That was really the main reason I wanted to start. Now, yes, that should not be your only goal, obviously. Freedom and a bunch of other things that come with it, which were secondary to that, because since I was young, I was like 16, I would always say, I'm going to have a Lamborghini before I'm 25. People would say, how? I'd say, I don't know, but I'm going to. And they just laugh and say, okay. So started Googling things online, and that is when I came across Amazon. Now, I did have another venture I did for a month right before this, which was Kindle publishing. It's just ebooks online through Amazon. I made about $50 a month from that, and it was a lot of work, and I decided that wasn't the goal. I wasn't trying to make $50 a month. I was trying to make thousands so I could buy a car. So I found a lot of different options online when I looked stuff up, and I decided to go with Amazon because the way I think, I'm not creative. One, I didn't like sales, so I wanted it to be online, something I could do. And with Amazon, it's very step-by-step, which is what I like, the process-oriented. But it seemed like it wouldn't be a ton of work, maybe a good amount up front when you're looking for products and whatnot. And it's very analytical. You can look at the numbers and say, okay, this means this, so I should do this. It's not like running ads or trying to create a landing page for sales or something along those lines. So I decided to start trying this. So I watched as much as I could on YouTube. I would listen to different podcasts, and I was doing that, and I just felt like I was missing something. I didn't know the whole story. So I decided to take an online course, and I spent about, I think it was $400 on that course, and that was a good chunk of my money at the time. So I started learning, and from taking that course, I learned, okay, good thing I took this. There's little things that if I did wrong, it would have cost me a couple $100, so it kind of paid for itself. So I decided to take action and start. Now, took action, and I spent $1,200 of my $1,500 on my first order of products. Now, keep in mind at the time, I probably had an extra 100, 200 in the bank from making more from delivering pizza. So the course and then that. But I was left with like $200 or $300 in the bank. After that, that was all my money I've saved up. Now, I was super nervous, but I was excited at the same time. I had people that thought it was interesting. I had people that thought it wouldn't work, but no one really talked down straight to me. I don't know what people really thought. I just kept to myself with this. And the main thing I really wanted was to have kind of a purpose. I wanted to do something with my life, kind of be somebody. And I thought entrepreneurship might be that way. But it was scary, again, because if you're telling people you're going to start something and then you fail, everyone sees you fail. So you can be nervous. And my product came in. I started selling, fast forward a month, and I was selling about 1 to 2 units a day, making maybe $10, which, while that's fine and that's good, that wasn't my goal. So I decided to ditch that first product, try a second, and keep in mind, I had to wait for, I think I ordered 200 units my first order. I had to wait 2 or 3 months for those to sell out to get my money back because I didn't have more money to just throw into a second product. So first one, I think I made about $1,000 profit over 3 months, which again, not bad, but wasn't the goal. And I put that into another product, but I failed for the next 6 months. I started 3 more products that all failed. Now, I didn't lose money on any of them. I think the worst one I lost $50 on, and then the others I made a couple hundred over a month or two. But I was kind of getting frustrated because, again, I was going to college at this time and I wanted to drop out. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I liked business, and trying this, I saw the potential. I saw other people making money doing this, and I knew it's possible, but I wasn't finding the big success like other people were. I was making a couple $100, which wasn't my goal. So at this time, I'm really kind of disappointed. I don't know what to do. I feel like, okay, maybe Amazon doesn't work. And I didn't have my parents really saying anything negative, but they didn't think Amazon was a thing that's actually going to work and be a job and make enough money. They thought it was like reselling on eBay where you just make a couple of dollars here. And they forced me to stay in college. Now, unless I moved out, and I live in Orange County, so if I wanted to get an apartment, it's like $400,000, and I didn't want to pay rent and throw away money, nor could I afford it. So I was forced to stay in college and go, but I would just be ditching classes, and I would be just doing all my homework real quick and spending the rest of the time on Amazon. So everyone tried to give me advice on what I should do, that I shouldn't focus on that, it's not long-term, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't know, so I don't listen to them. And I decided to try one more product before I gave up. I literally said in my head, I said, this is going to be the last one I'm going to try before I move on and try something else. And I started doing more research because I'm like, well, all these people are succeeding. I must be doing something wrong. What am I doing wrong? And I started analyzing, pulling in more information, and learning just what I did wrong, which, by the way, is one of the biggest factors why people fail. They think, oh, this doesn't work. It's not me doing something wrong. I did what this guy said, or I did this. So I found out what I was doing wrong, and it was product research. There's a couple things I wasn't doing that are some of the biggest factors. So I found that new way, and I bought my next product. And with my next product, I ended up having now this isn't my screenshot, obviously. I think I had a little over $3. I think it was like $3.47. I edited this picture though. But I had $3.47 in my bank account for a couple weeks, and then I made a little bit more money and brought that back just from delivering pizzas and whatnot. But I had $3 in my bank account pretty much, and I didn't really have anything to lose, but obviously you're going to be nervous if you have no money, kind of need food. But again, I was living at home with my parents, so I wasn't worried about rent and things like that. So my product came in after that, and I ended up making the first day, I made $150. I sold about 15 units the first day of my product using this launch strategy and the product research I did. And by the end of that next month, so this is my 6th month trying on Amazon because I failed up until this. By the end of 1 month of selling that product, I made $12,000 in profit. Not sales, profit. So I did about $30,000 in sales, I think it was, and $12,000 profit. Now, this is coming from someone who's never made more than, I think, $600 in a month. And that was kind of a great month for me. And I was kind of proud of that with Amazon. And it overtook a part-time job, so I could justify working on this. But even from that month and then the next month and the couple, it just started to grow. It went from 12,000 to 21,000 to 23,000, and it just started growing. So I gained a lot of confidence from that. Now, it's not because, oh, I make money and money is where my worth is, but I just felt like I had a purpose. I had something that could define me and some kind of worth. So I really still wanted that freedom because that is what I did not have. I was still forced to stay in school at the time. Again, I could not justify paying $2,000-$3,000 a month for rent, so I had to live at home with my parents still, and I had to go to school if I was doing that. So here is the first year, counting the 6 months of failure. So this is really the next 6 months. And I made $272,000, $273 to be exact. I ended up dropping out of college right after that year. I ended up buying a house and a couple other things and proving everyone wrong that was saying, oh, you shouldn't focus on that. You need to go to school to succeed. It's too risky. After a couple months, I bought what was my dream car at the time, which was a Corvette Stingray, and then quickly moved up to the Z06. And then about a year later, you'll see in 1 second, but I bought my dream car. I gained the freedom that I was kind of seeking, and I found what I was passionate about and kind of gave me value. So fast forward 1 year. After that initial 6 months, I started YouTube, became a millionaire at 21, or a multimillionaire, same thing. Not same thing, but ended up being able to buy all of my dream cars. GTR sucks, by the way. Don't buy a GTR. That's gone now. But I ended up buying a Lamborghini. I got a Range Rover. I had a GTR. And everything was just kind of going right because I started a bunch of different business ventures. I started YouTube. I was doing Amazon. I was doing affiliate marketing. Because once you find one thing you can succeed at, you understand how you teach yourself something, you try it, and then you make adjustments and decide, okay, this type of business is for me. Now, I have a video on all my failures if you guys haven't watched that. I didn't just try Amazon and that's it. There's been a lot of smaller failures in between after I was successful with Amazon. I failed a way more after Amazon to this point than I did before because I've taken action on so many other things. But I've succeeded tenfold because of that. So I was driving all of my dream cars. But best of all, I was able to buy my mom a new car, which, yes, I know it's a minivan. It is gross. I hate minivans, but that's the only thing she drives and wants. So we surprised her with a minivan, and there's a video of that on my channel if you want to watch it. It's like 2 minutes. It's called like buying my mom a new car. And it's crazy just how fast things really change because I went from being 19, depressed, going to community college, failing, delivering pizzas, making $500 a month, and just bored with life. And in a matter of 6 months, well, a year and a half in this case, I turned 21, became a multimillionaire, found my purpose. I was my own boss, so I had my own hours I could work. I could work whatever days I want, from wherever I want, how I wanted. If I didn't want to work one day, I could do that. And I was really just actually in control of my life now because I wasn't before. And kind of best of all is I can help other people achieve the same thing because I was doing this for a while and I had so many people ask me to teach them before I started YouTube, and I would just say no because I didn't really want to. I just wanted to focus on that. But I decided that it's kind of changed my life so much and meant so much to me that I want to be able to help other people do the same thing. And it is possible because I didn't think it was. I wanted to give up after 6 months. And like I said one more product. And if I didn't do that, I would not be where I am today. I wouldn't have continued Amazon. I wouldn't have started YouTube. Just because I gave up on that one thing, I would not be anywhere close to where I am today if I stopped one product earlier. Just got goosebumps from that. But it's crazy. And YouTube, when I started it, it really was awesome building a community and seeing all that and seeing all of the people's results and also seeing people go through struggles that I went through and wanting to give up, but not knowing I went through those same struggles because I've never shared this story. So I would tell them and they'd stick with it. And the best success stories I have from my course are the ones where someone failed their first product or their second product and wanted to give up. And I was like, no, you need to do this. Here's what you did wrong, because there's always something you're doing wrong. And you have to adjust. That's just what entrepreneurship is. And then seeing them come back a month or two later and be like, oh my God, I did this. And now I'm making $3,000, $4,000. I just quit my job. And that was kind of the moment I knew I'm like, okay, I like YouTube. I need to keep doing this. I need to keep teaching people and helping them. It's my favorite thing to do. It's really cool to see. So taking action is really just the biggest thing you guys need to do, because so many people just sit back and analyze and watch it. Be like, oh, maybe now. Oh, a lot of people know about this. It's oversaturated now. People were saying that about Amazon, about affiliate marketing 4 years ago when I started those. Same thing with YouTube. People were saying that 2 years ago when I started. People will always say it's too competitive. There's too many people doing it. There's always different ways to do it. And 99% of the people that try it, one, have no clue what they're doing. Two, give up really fast and won't put everything into it. So if you just find something, stick with it, and adjust yourself what you're doing if you're failing, if it's not working, and figure out what's working, and watching the successful people and try and emulate what they're doing, you will find success. So like I said, I was waiting too long just watching, wondering what I should do. What works was one of the big things. It's not what works, everything works. Figuring out what will be best for you and how to make it work for you. So this was the last one, but said if you guys want to learn this, is one of my students who did 120,000 in sales in one day, which is absolutely insane. Now, it's on Instagram. You can't swipe up here, but if you guys are interested, if you want to learn Amazon FBA, I'll leave that first link in the description to my Amazon Seller Mastery course. It will teach you kind of everything step by step, exactly that I do on Amazon and that I've had thousands of students go through, find success with. And if you guys are interested in that, that'll be the first link. It comes with 2 months of free consulting with me. So if you have any questions, if you want me to review products, whatever it is, you have access to me for 2 months through my email, one-on-one help. And it is me answering. I'll answer any questions as much as you want, review products, look at your listing, whatever it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story kind of like I did. It was on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, Tanner J. Fox, one word on Instagram. And you can go watch this through again if you want to see it. It's on my story highlights. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, drop a comment. Let me know where you guys are in your journey with entrepreneurship, what you failed at, what you're trying, and just kind of your story.